Hello. Hey, hello. Oh, why, hi there. Hello, how are you doing? What are you grateful for? What's going on? What's going on? Starting off the week, it is Monday. Check in. Where have you noticed that your mind has gone to a negative space or a frustrating space? Or have you been aware of what you have gratitude for? Sheesh. What's up, everybody? Nice to see you. Can you see the text okay? I feel like I might need to put on a different shirt or something like that just so you can see. I just want to make sure everybody can see the comments that are going on. I appreciate you. I had a conversation with my moderator, my brother, and with Jennifer Ann, who's on here, who's a healer, who's a shaman, who's my partner, and big healing. And I've been leveling up because I've been doing big healing. That's why I haven't been live streams that much, because I am doing the work to go into those shadows to figure out where the insecurities come from. I've had big releases recently. I had like a big cry last night. I love it. I love it. I'm into it. And if you feel like you don't like to cry, or if you were ever taught that crying is a weakness, there are healing properties in the tears. And after the tears comes the joy and comes a peace that other people who put you down cannot understand and cannot buy in stores. That's why they like your energy. That's why they like you. That's why they're attracted to you, because you're able to access feelings and emotions and have a perspective that they don't have. I'm grateful for us. I'm grateful for this family. I'm grateful that people are getting healings. I love the direct messages you guys send me. I love working with everybody. I'm very excited. Thanks to Jennifer Ann on here that I'm now able to, I have a journal coming out for those of you who know that I drop those gems. What's up, Darlene? Nice to see you. Paul, that's not my specialty. If you want to connect with a medium, I recommend Jennifer Ann. I am Jenny Ann on here. She's the moderator. I don't know if she's in here right now. But if you want to direct message me, if you want to connect with her, I would love to connect you. Now, the reason why I'm on here, and thank you for tapping on that screen, by the way. Did you know that when you tap on the screen, it brings more attractive and powerful and relatable people like yourself? All right. So, what is your declaration? What is your declaration to yourself when other people are different, when other people don't understand you, when other people, some of you really, I want to encourage not only to keep on doing more work, but to also find different ways to connect with people who can go into your energy and look at what's going on. If you've had people in your life that are negative and toxic and just really aggressive or just nasty or mean-spirited to you, that's where you got to learn. Again, I'm not the expert on this. I just like to share information and how I get here and how I keep on leveling up. That really connect with healers, connect with shamans, connect with mediums, connect with people that are spiritual that can go in and see what's going on, or learn how to cut cords, or learn how to protect yourself more, or focus more on your insecurities. All of this is the reason why you feel stuck. That's why I love being a truth seeker. That's why I love spirituality, because you have those cords, you have agreements, you have energy connected to people, and they've been siphoning off your energy. And it's time for you to be able to see what it's like to experience yourself with more energy and more vitality. So that's been huge for me. That's where, when you see me glowing, right, besides this light that's right here, the reason why people are telling me that my energy looks better since I left New York is because all that I'm doing when I'm not on this camera is I am healing myself and I'm educating myself. And you can do that all by yourself with education, with YouTube, with TikTok. You have every capability to go into these places where you have insecurities or where you have a perspective that you don't like. You have every ability to go in there and change it. So thank you. What is your declaration to yourself? And I hope that you're taking notes. I hope that you do take notes, because I like to share information that I take with me to give me peace and to give me clarity. Hey, Yana, nice to see you. Thank you. What's up, everybody? So you're on point. Takes one to know one. So what's your declaration? What is your declaration? Are you declaring, for example, I'm just gonna, Scorpio calls it out. Thank you. I'm growing younger and younger. A Scorpio calls it out. So you're asking for somebody to help you financially with money, right? What I would say for you, let your declaration be, I'm going to invest in myself more. I'm going to make more effort for myself. I'm going to find new ways to reclaim my power, to reclaim my excitement, to step into my excitement. So for example, so you're dropping your Cash App on this live stream. That's fine. I'm just, hi, how are you doing? I'm calling you out, right? What I would say is, what can you do so that you don't need other people to bless you? How can you go online right now and go onto job websites or use TikTok to find different streams of revenue? Did you know that that thing where it says type in your friend's name is also a search engine like Google, but it's better because people have done all the research for you and can find all the websites for you? What is your declaration? If you work 2 jobs, for example, can your declaration be, I want to keep on investing in myself every single day to do something where I can have 1 job where I can make more money, where I can feel like I'm really making a difference or an impact? Or if you're good with the 2 jobs, can your declaration be that I'm going to have the most gratitude in the entire business and the entire company? Can your declaration be that I'm going to start taking steps to really set boundaries so that I'm not getting frustrated and losing power every time I get around this other person? Oh man, thank you, Peaches. I appreciate you. We have opportunities. We have the ability to change. I'm telling you right now, I want for you to get this, and I want for you to make this real, and I want for you to really understand that I'm talking to you. There is a different way to perceive your life right now. Don't give me that inflation. Don't stop complaining about gas prices. Stop complaining about the inflation of food. Stop nodding your head when people complain. How many of you do that? Be honest about it and see what happens when you stop nodding your head. My mom was blown away when I told her that, because I learned that when I lived in Manhattan, that I was like, I came to this interesting awareness that when people complain, you don't have to nod your head. Did you know that? Did you know that? Are you aware of that? That you don't have to nod your head when people say negative things? Man. Oh, chapstick. Oh, you want some more chapstick? Oh, you like that? I got you. I got you. Here, let me just make sure that I'm nice and moisturized for you so that you can actually hear what I'm saying. Let me change something about myself so that you can love me more and love yourself more. Here, I got you. Hold on one second. I'll get it nice and smooth for you. I got you. Is that good? Is that better? Can you hear me now? Can you love yourself more now? Right? Thank you. All right, so that you can make to yourself. Can you start speaking up more for yourself? Can you start loving yourself more? Thank you. A Scorpio's here. A Scorpio's on fire for you. I'm glad that I inspire you. I appreciate all the love. I also appreciate all the trolls who are so annoyed and so triggered and so upset by the fact that I'm telling people to love themselves more, okay? I want to tell you how important it is right now to have a declaration. Because some of you are really getting to the place where you're realizing, oh, I have to upset people. I have to hurt people's feelings. I have to annoy people. I have to get out of this job. I don't want to hurt people's feelings. I don't want to upset anybody. I don't want to hurt anybody because I've gone through pain and I know what it's like to hurt. I don't want to disrupt my family. I don't want to upset my kids. I don't want to get out of this relationship because then my kids will have a divorced family and blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, you're struggling and you're suffering and you don't even know what it's like to be around yourself at 100% because you have lost yourself along the way. What are you doing? Thank you, Peaches. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the double taps. What are you doing around these other people? Why is it so hard for you to just give yourself permission to go on that journey? I got inspired today because somebody over the phone, Jennifer Ann, who's on here, who's my partner, who's a moderator, who's a shaman, who's a medium, my brother, my friend, my soul family member, Flo, who's not on here as much, he just called me up to let me know that he got a job and he and I dealt with somebody who just had really, really, really bad energy. And a medium or a shaman can go into those energies and see that that person is still connected to you. That's why you feel angry sometimes. That's why you feel upset. That's why you feel frustrated. That's why you feel fatigue, is because there are people in your life that resent you and regret who you are and don't like the fact that you're resilient and brilliant. And because we have insecurities, we're able to Give away that power. That's where people talk about energy vampires. And the more confident, the more secure you are in who you are, the less they can have access to that. Please don't think this is how I've always been in life. I got to this space from being tired enough and just being like, no, I absolutely must love myself. That's my declaration, is I know what I'm doing, even when it looks like I don't. Scott, what do you want to talk about on the live stream? Because I would love to have a conversation with you. You know what it is, though, is sometimes people just go on there to promote their book or to promote their website or just to say, hi, how are you doing? And what I like to do on the live streams when people go live with me is to promote vulnerability. If you want to talk about a problem or an issue that you have, I would love to. Love that. Yes, the light went on. Energy. You want to talk about energy? We can talk about energy at another time. I like to talk about stuff where you're like, hey, I'm going through something really difficult, or hey, this person around me is being mean or nasty to me, or hey, I feel stuck, because I like to promote connection, conscious, collective. Thank you. I love you. Yes. So, declaration. Put it on your notes. Put it on your notes. Put it in your notes. Put it in your life. Scott, you know what? Just message me on Instagram if you want to talk. We can schedule some time to do that. What's your declaration? My declaration is not only that I know what I'm doing, even when it looks like I don't. My declaration is, as soon as I feel frustration, I go into another room, I go into another space, I go outside, I communicate that with people, I take responsibility. And if anybody comes around me while I'm feeling frustrated, that I'm not going to react in that same way. I'm not going to automatic pilot respond and give away my power. Why? Check in before you get into another room. Check in before you open the other door. Check in before you close your door for your home or your apartment or your room. Check in before you get around your family. How am I feeling right now? What's my story? Did you know that you're a storyteller? Did you know that you're a director, like in the movies? Do you know that you're the casting director too? You're allowing everybody in your movie to speak to you how they speak to you? Did you know that you can actually, as the director of your life, as the executive producer, stop the scene and change the interpretation and change the direction that the scene is going? What's the story here? Simple question. Please take notes, please, or don't, and just be like, oh, this guy's cheesy, whatever. But see where that takes you. What I'm saying is what I do is before I get around other people is I say, hey, Nikki, what's the story that you're telling yourself right now? And I might check in if I'm feeling anxiety, and the story might be, well, the story is that, like, I need for this money to come in, or I'm going to be around this person who's annoying me, or I'm frustrated, or I feel rushed. And then I say, well, I don't like that story. What's another interpretation we can have? And then I go to a space of, before I walk into this room, I have the greatest energy that people have ever met, and people are blown away by my presence. And if they're not blown away by my presence, then I'm the leader who can control the direction and the narrative. And if they don't like me, they're not my people. Thank God for showing me the truth and move forward with my life. It's different. It's different. That's believable to me. Let your declaration, let your truth be believable to you. Because if you're coming from a space where it's just like a spiritual phrase of, my declaration is everything happens for a reason, then that's, or like, be in the present moment. Be specific with who you are. Like, know who you are. If you're open to it, live how I live. The more vulnerability you communicate, like if you're somebody who wants to inspire people and motivate people and make the world a better place, drop some emojis, let me know, and let the rest of the world know, and some people can follow you and become friends with you. That thank you, Stephanie. That you can hold on, let me shift because that's why I just talk one-on-one with you, because I channel the information and otherwise it goes to somebody else, and I want for you to get it. So the more that you can consciously claim and choose who you are, like when I meet people, when I'm networking, I don't tell people what I do. It doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter what I do, because there's a million other people that do what I do. There's a million other people that do what you do. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't even matter how you do it. Haven't you noticed that? Haven't you noticed that you have bosses and managers and singers and artists and actors and influencers and people? You're like, why are you there? Like, why are you there? Why do you have that? Why do you have access to that? It matters why you're doing what you're doing, why you are doing what you are doing. Why? Why? What are good ways to get to know yourself? That's a good question. How do you get to know yourself? Well, again, I've talked about this before, but that's what I love about TikTok is that you always get brand new people to the party. So it's always a great opportunity to connect and to change perspective. I go to a space, like I've mentioned before, of when I walk out into the world, I don't know that people have opinions about me. I don't think you understand. I think that you're under the impression that this is easy for me to do. I think you're under the impression that it's easy for me to be around people looking at me and staring at me. Not the case. I also just want to thank everybody who's part of that VTP family. When you see people dropping those emojis where you're like, I've never seen that emoji, or when you see VTP next to people, what you do is you tap that star up there and it's $5.99 for the month and you become part of the VTP family. What does VTP stand for? Victorious People. That's what my birth name means. That's what you are. It takes one to know one. And after that, you can message me on Instagram or message me on Discord with your TikTok username, and I will talk to you 5, 10, 15 minutes. Okay? So again, when I'm going into a business meeting, I'm telling people why I'm doing what I'm doing. And when I tell people why I'm doing what I'm doing, one of two things happens. It's either, oh my God, I love that, or it's like, oh, okay. And the energy after that, my declaration to myself is when people don't match my energy, when they don't get my gratitude, and when they roll their eyes and they cross their arms and they do whatever they do, thank God better people are coming. Bye. Adios. Hasta nunca. Okay? By the way, Jenny Ann is on here right now. So please, 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 again, I highly encourage you to connect. Some of you, like somebody on here earlier was saying that they want to connect with a loved one. If you have blind spots, especially for those of you who have dealt with addiction, substance abuse, and stuff like that, getting healing from somebody who's more into Eastern medicine, Eastern philosophy, ancient wisdom, mediumship, shamanism, let other people roll their eyes and like, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. Get into it. Get into it. Get into it for real. I'm telling you, I have done so much in the past month, so much releasing and crying and healing and releasing anger and stepping into this new power. That's why people are telling me that I'm glowing and why my energy feels better and why I keep on growing younger and younger, is because you have so many memories and so many belief systems that are attached to you like cords, man. Don't do it anymore. Don't do it to yourself. Go on the healing journey. And again, I'm not the only people that I'm telling about what I'm doing are you, because you rock with me. I don't need to tell my mom. I don't need to tell my brother. I don't need to tell my family. I don't need to tell my cousins. I don't need to when I go to Thanksgiving or whatever, or my birthday or Christmas or whatever holidays you celebrate or I celebrate. I don't need to, even though life was hard and difficult for me, I don't need to prove myself anymore, and neither do you. You do not need to prove yourself to anybody. Did you hear me? Because you're not paying attention right now. You don't need to prove yourself to people anymore. If anything, amplify your voice. If anything, speak louder, even if you're soft spoken. Whisper louder. Turn your energy up more. Turn up your brightness more. Did you know that your energy is like a dimmer switch? When you get around people that aren't your people, that you can turn your energy invisible? Did you know that when you're around other people with negative energy, you can still have a high energy, a high vibration, a high frequency, and still be invisible for people with negative energy? Have you ever done that before? I do that all the time. I get around people that are weird and I just look through their eyes and just have the understanding that they can't see me. It's time for you be more protective with their energy and to experience your momentum. Consistency. Thank you, Darlene. Thank you. Have you ever had consistency in your life? Have you ever consistently complimented yourself, acknowledged yourself every day, looked in the mirror, told yourself that you're thriving and you're doing great because other people around you aren't matching that energy? Or is that still corny and still cliche to you? Have you ever really consistently every single day been like, I'm attractive? Who wants love? Who wants love in here? And are you putting yourself down? Do you think that the loving leveled up relationship or the leveled up business relationship or the business partners or the opportunity that you want, if you are complaining 0.01 about yourself, do you think that successful people want to be around that? Or are you going to keep on connecting with the narcissistic relationship because you just don't want to hurt people's feelings? What beliefs in your life are blocking you? If you have rooted beliefs where you don't want to hurt people's feelings, you are never going to get to that space. Have you or have you not seen trolls on my page putting me down? What do I do with that information? Sometimes I ignore it. Sometimes I ignore it. And other times people get upset and they get frustrated because when they call me stupid, I say, yes, I am dumb. I am. I'm the dumbest person in the world. Every day I wake up and I'm like, duh, love yourself, George. Love yourself. Duh, you should forgive yourself and heal. Now what do we do? Words, Tina. That's definitely what's up. Hey, what's up, Tattoo? I'm on fire for you. Be good with other people not liking you. And for everything else, that lovely TikTok filters out all the trolls who just hate themselves. Thank goodness. Love that. Wouldn't that be so nice in real life if your Aunt Janice was putting you down and her words were just automatically muted? Filtered. 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 California in the house. Word, I'm from the Bay Area. Okay. Hey, what's up, Adriana? Nice to see you. I love you too. So the theme for this week is, what is your declaration? You're not trying, you're doing it. No sorries. What is your thing? You're doing it. You're doing it. You're doing it. What's your declaration? What do you claim to the world? And when you do make that claim, how are you going to be unbreakable and know that that's your claim and know that's who you are? And why is that scary for you? Why do you immediately go to, when I talk about a declaration, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to the other person. You, yes, exactly. Why is that challenging for you to actually claim that you are? You immediately think of other people. What is it going to take for you to think of yourself first? Temporarily. You don't have to always be self-absorbed and self-motivated. It's just right now it's time for you to do that. What can you do to get to that place? What are you going to do when people yell at you or say that you're stupid or you're dumb or be afraid or don't get the job or blah, 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 or be scared or don't hurt that other person's feelings? How are you going to get away from being the big fish in the little pond? It's better when you take the leap. You're only going to, listen, I'm telling you, please understand that I'm you and you're me and our stories are just different. I'm getting to this space because all that I'm doing now is taking chances, and I'm doing it for a good reason. And it is scary sometimes. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. It is weird. It is different. It is difficult, and it feels good. It feels right. And when I don't like how I feel, what do I do? What do you do when you don't like how you feel? Tell me. When you are uncomfortable, or have you ever thought about it? If you have anger, if you are insecure, if you overreact to people's stuff, what are you going to do to change it? That's the main reason why you're not manifesting. How do you expect to be able to get where, like for example, if you have other people around you that are always calling out to you, did you know that you can talk to their higher self and say, figure it out for yourself? I'm going to figure it out for myself, and put like a shield of energy around you so that they can't get access to you, or that you can just not respond to them, or speak more with conviction. More. We're all transforming. We're all healing. We're all leveling up. If you get fired from the job, if they don't like you, or if you get into a circumstance of people are judging you, or people roll their eyes, whatever, let them. Let them. Life is always working in your favor. It's not cheesy. You can ask anybody on here, anybody who's into ancient wisdom, anybody who's a shaman, anybody who's a medium, anybody who's been doing the work. You're just not looking at it long term. And if you think and if you're still focused so much on other people, that is a hustle. If you are somebody who's like, no, I'm going to take care of everybody else and I'm just going to be okay because I'm strong, drop an emoji if that's been your old belief and you're ready to change it. Like, I'm tired of being strong and just letting other people walk over me, steamroll me, bulldoze me, gaslight me, abuse me, narcissistic tendencies, all of that. I'm tired of it. I want to change. I'm starting to realize this person isn't going to change. I'm starting to realize that things are becoming patterns for me, and I want to break free. Break free. Good. Now the question is, while you are in the house with your mom or your dad or your relationship or that other person, and you feel like, oh, I wish that I could just be away from this person, they are leading you. They are teaching you. They are giving you the training. They're giving you the promotion. They're giving you more dollars per hour. They're giving you more love by seeing how much gratitude you can have in that energy that you're with. How much healing can you do? How much healing can you find? How much education can you receive? What can you focus on? What notes can you take? How can you change your perspective right now while you're around that person into being gratitude? See, because we want to help other people, we want to inspire other people, but we still need to level up and love ourselves more. I've been this way. I've been this way my whole entire life. I love humanity. I believe in humanity. I believe in the human process. Hold on, let me just swipe this way. I believe in the human spirit. I believe in humanity. I believe this is the greatest time to be alive. I've always been somebody who wants to see people level up and love themselves more. I had so much healing to do within myself, and now I can speak with conviction, and I know who I am, and nobody can take that away from me. Love yourself more. Love yourself more. What can you do to love yourself more? There's still points in your life where you put yourself down, or there's residue. Are you aware of that? Did you know that there's residue in your belief systems about, like, you're still thinking that you're an addict, or you're still thinking that you're too old, or you still think that you're not good enough? All that I'm doing is I'm strengthening my belief systems every single day. When I project energy, when I send other people energy, when I put protection around myself, when I speak with people, all that I'm doing is I'm strengthening my beliefs for how powerful my words are, for how powerful my energy is. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. Listen, instead of focusing, like, for example, you will be a better experience for me by you loving yourself more, because when you love yourself more, your body shows it, your hair shows it, your words show it, your energy shows it. And guess what happens? When I'm walking down the street and I see you loving yourself and carrying yourself in a way where you love yourself, guess what I do? I love myself more because you remind me of who I am. Instead of saying, oh, you're struggling. Oh, you're struggling. Oh, poor baby. Oh, poor you. Oh, I'm a victim. Are you a victim? Life has been so hard for me. That only brings in more victims. You're manifesting the stuff that you don't want. You're creating more of what you don't want. Be okay. For example, if I was your friend and I was going through a difficult time, like, yeah, you can hold space. But if I'm still telling you that I'm struggling or that my life is hard and my life is difficult and I'm complaining about everything, set a boundary with me. You're not obligated to quote unquote fix me. You're not obligated to fix other people. And you do not have to see relationships all the way through. You do not have to help other people right now. I'm telling you, I promise you, they need to fall down and say, ouchie, that hurts. I have a little scrape on my knee. Oh, I have a boo-boo. Oh, ouch, that hurts. Where did that loving person go? I promise you, they will be okay. They will be fine. They will be fine. They will still live, and you can go on and get better circumstances and better relationships. I promise you. I promise you. I want for you to get this, that I was right there with you. I was the captain of codependency. I was the captain of codependency. I was the captain of being a victim and being abandoned. And I had a fantastic story that would always make people say, oh my God, you've had it so hard. Cut the cords or send the cords back to be like, here's the receipt. I didn't ask for these cords. These are your belief systems. You take all of that with you. I know what I'm doing now. Are you ready for that energy? This isn't just 24 hours. This is for the rest of your life. Are you ready to know that you always know what you're doing? Are you ready to really be a leader? Are you ready to be okay with other people saying, hey, I don't like that? And just as much as you can speak up, that you can put out the fires, that you can show people nurturing. Like, you're starting to realize now you want to be a leader and you want to lead in a different way and you want to move in a different way. That's why you're annoyed. That's why I encourage you to take notes, because you're going to get around people and you're going to have all this excitement right now. You're like, oh, I like this. I need to hear this. I love this. Then what happens? Then you go to the grocery store, then you go to your job, then your mom calls you, your dad calls you, your family calls you, you get an email, you get a bill, and automatically, oh my God, no, I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. I don't like this. This is annoying. I don't want this. Look at how that person spoke to me, how they talked to me, how they didn't love me, how they didn't nurture me, whatever. And you're not communicating, you're not setting boundaries, and you're not telling yourself your declaration. What's your declaration? How can you love yourself when other people aren't acknowledging you? Crack the code. Please. I appreciate you. Take this with you and plan. And again, this is what you can do if you're open to it. Take notes on what I'm saying and then visualize yourself after this live stream, or visualize yourself right now. Visualize yourself. Listen to my voice. Visualize yourself being around the people that are annoying you and driving you crazy. Visualize yourself speaking up. Visualize yourself speaking with conviction. Visualize them understanding you and respecting you and having those boundaries. visualize them saying, okay, you're doing well. Thank you, Bodog. I appreciate you. I'm here for you, man. Like I love to see people win. And it's just, I want for you to get that those of us who have felt unloved, unwanted, unappreciated, a burden, blah, 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 we're going to start leading. We're going to start leading more. We're changing society. That's why you can actually talk about mental health right now. That's why it's actually somewhat acceptable that people don't want to work jobs and people don't want to be around people right now. That's why in the past year, you've ended relationships, you've ended friendships, you're distancing yourself from people. It's not a bad thing. Your higher self is taking control. That the question is, can you let go of control and trust in this process that feels crazy? So what's to write when we take notes? Whatever resonates. When I say something, I feel like my thing is what I talk about is emotional intelligence. As I drop gems, I talk about perspective. So one